guys, welcome back to Tired Format. A bit of a different video today. I put a post up, must have been yesterday actually, a quick one of those YouTube shorts, asking you guys if you'd like to hear about what I think of YouTube now. I've been on it for a year, and any questions you might have, and a few of you have commented saying you'd like to hear it, and a few of you have commented with questions. So without further ado, let's just go straight into it. Has YouTube made me a millionaire? Do I regret it? Do I wish I did it sooner? All this other stuff, blah blah blah. Yeah, we'll get into that now. So sit back, grab a cup of tea or something, because this is going to be a bit of a talky one. So let's go back to the beginning, shall we? Why did I start the YouTube? It's something people have been bugging me to do for quite a while. You see, even if you go back 10 years ago, maybe a little bit more actually, even as a kid, I used to like playing around with cameras and video cameras and stuff. So, and because I love cars so much, it's always revolved around cars. So, you know, I had a DSLR camera when I was about 16, I think I got my first one. Obviously when I was 17 I had a car, so then I was out taking pictures of things and also videoing little bits and bobs. The second SLR I got had 1080p recording on it, which phones didn't at the time. So I then started filming more stuff. A lot of it was just garbage, sort of B-reel stuff that you put up and use, you know, put music over and stuff like that. But YouTube sort of killed the fun of it by, you know, copyright infringements and things like that. So I basically pulled all my videos down and I put a load up on Vimeo. Then Vimeo did the same thing. So I sort of gave up recording stuff and posting it for a while. It was usually about car trips I took. I had a lot of modified cars around the time, couldn't afford fast things, so I used to modify slow things. And yeah, and then obviously there was track days. I filmed a few track days and sort of put the stuff on YouTube, some of the footage and things like that, but not much else. And yeah, for some reason this year I just sort of decided, sod it, let's just do it, let's finally do it. People have been telling me to do it since a long time ago. Maybe I'll be a bit richer now if I had, but who knows. So yeah, I just figured I wasn't really in it for the money, it's more for me. I quite enjoy working on cars, so why not film, you know, me working on cars. And I buy and sell a lot of cars because I like them, not for money, it's because I like owning different cars, I like experiencing them and I like working on them. So because of that I've got a lot of friends, we do a lot of stuff, go lots of places, why not film it and stick it on YouTube and see if anyone likes it. And so far it's been a fairly positive reaction. Not that I've got many subscribers or any of that, but all the comments are pretty kind. So how successful has my first year been? Well, I've got here my analytics. When you start your YouTube channel, one of the things it gives you is analytics, and it basically covers all kinds of things like how many views you have, what people are watching, when they're watching it, what sort of parts of the video they seem to be more engaged by. I never really use any of it, because like I say, I just film what I do and I put it up. There's some things that I didn't film before, and now I am going to start filming because it seems like when I have done them, people have really liked them. So it's things like that. I listen to the comments more than I listen to the analytics, but they do give you a good breakdown of what my year's been like. So headline figures really. My channel got 233,000 views this year, which is quite mad to think. You know, that's quite a few football stadiums of people. And 23,000 hours of view time as well. And in that time I've amassed 4,734 subscribers as I read this out to you, but that does fluctuate a bit. So yeah, I would count that as successful. I know it's not successful in the sort of the big leagues things, but I'm pretty happy with that, and hopefully it continues to grow because I do actually enjoy doing this. But it does take up a lot of time, and there is money spent on things like the camera and the gear, and just my time in general isn't free. So it's not always easy to be motivated, and there have been times when I've not really uploaded much just because I didn't have the motivation or the time or whatever. One of the comments someone did leave, they were kind of curious what I do for a living normally. I work in motorsport, I'm a design engineer, so this time of year especially is super busy because everyone's getting the F1 cars ready for next season. I'm a contractor, so I sort of move about different teams, different organisations, different companies. So my job is quite sporadic, and it can be, you know, it's usually very full on busy, get this done, get this done, get this done, you know, when you do yesterday. So that's why sometimes there's huge gaps in videos, because I'm doing something for work, and yeah, so that is a killer, and it's why I kind of do want this channel to be a bit successful, because successful, because otherwise no point in me doing it, and because it does take up more of my time. So yeah, I'll just quickly go through some of the analytics then. One thing that I found very interesting about joining YouTube is, or I say joining YouTube, I say it's actually uploading stuff regularly to YouTube, is the algorithms that everyone speaks about. Everyone talks about these algorithms and mostly moans about them. The thing is, algorithms are completely in control of our lives now. You can't have not watched some of the documentaries, on Netflix about the social media problem and how it may have influenced, or probably did influence, a lot of elections, the Leave vote, all that sort of stuff. And it was all based off algorithms and how you interact with things. You can scroll through a feed, and if you pause on something for 2 seconds, it knows you probably were interested in that, and it'll start showing you more of that. So they're very difficult to sort of manage anyway. I don't really blame YouTube for a lot of this. It is just the way of the world. So I'm not having to go YouTube here. I'm just saying the algorithms are a bit difficult to follow. One algorithm that I've noticed, or one quirk I've noticed, is if any of you guys play Xbox and games like Call of Duty or FIFA or things like that, they all have built-in algorithms. So if you've not played for a week or two or something like that, and you're coming back after a break for a month, what they'll do is, when you're playing online, they will put you in slightly easier games so you do really well. Obviously you're going to be a bit rusty. It won't put you in games where people are kind of playing it every day, really high ranked, and they do that to suck you back into the game. You have a few good games, you go, oh, I forgot how good this was, and then you start playing, and after the 4th or 5th game, it will start getting hard again. That's just simple psychology there. That's how they do it, and I think YouTube do it for new channels just trying to get going. So the best metric I can show you with that is, I've got a screenshot here of one of the analytics, and basically it shows you my content and its views. So you've got a few bars there showing how many views different videos got, and you can see that the first few videos I put up were insane. That is views per day. There was a days where I was getting over 5,000 views on the Range Rover video a day. Just that one day it was doing that. And then you can see the line chart, because of the scale of it, because it's going back then, it completely tanks, and it's just sort of running along the bottom. Obviously if I move the scale along, you'll see it's going more like that, but that's just to show you what I think they do. I think they definitely were putting that video out there to a few more people, trying to push it to get me hooked in. But it did get me to the monetization threshold. So in order to become monetized, you have to meet certain criteria. There's so many thousand subscribers. I think it's 1,000 subscribers, plus the view hours. You have to have so many view hours, and then a certain amount of engagement, I think. It's all a bit up in the air. You don't really know what it is, but you just sort of hope that you get to there, and then you can start monetizing. And the way monetization works really is, they essentially look at people viewing and clicking adverts on your videos. And that's why all my videos have adverts on now. It's because that gives me a little bit of money back, and I'll tell you how much that makes me soon. So yeah, the idea is that through ad revenue, you get some money, and you also get money from, I personally use YouTube Premium, which is ad-free. It's like I can't remember trying to pay a month for it, but I find it worth it because I watch a lot of YouTube and the adverts do annoy me. So when I pay YouTube Premium, I don't have to watch the adverts. So how does that work when I'm a creator? Well, you get a separate itemized bit of money that comes from YouTube Premium. I don't know how they calculate that. I'm guessing they're just calculating people paying premium are watching your channel, and therefore you get this amount of money. As you can imagine, it's just a tiny percent compared to the money you get from ad revenue. So that's kind of how it works. How you get paid is via Google AdSense, which is a completely separate entity, but obviously it's owned by Google, much like YouTube is. So what happens is YouTube tells AdSense what money I made that month, and then AdSense pay me the money. Bit of a caveat to it though, if you don't make more than 60 quid, they don't pay out. So what happens is, say some months on here will be less than 60 quid, they'll pay me, I'll get it 2 months later, if that makes sense. So for example, if I make 40 one month and 40 the next, then I'd get paid 80 quid at the end of those two, because it would combine the two and put it in my bank account. So, money. The main question I get asked by everyone, not just in the comments, but also by all my friends and people who know me and watch these videos, is how much money do I make? Well, let's have a look through that, shall we? Let's show it warts and all. I don't mind showing people. I don't mind any of this. I know a few people might be a little bit put out of place by sharing money or, trying to be a big man on the internet and go, look how much money I made. But when you see, you'll realise that, yeah, it's nothing to be really shout at home about. So, yeah, so my estimated revenue for the entire 12 months is £570.83. And they say estimated is because they estimate before the month before. They just basically keep giving you an estimation that goes like that, and then at the end of the month it almost like freeze frames. It goes, right, that's the money you're getting, So yeah, £570.83. What is interesting, I find, about this, and we'll be the judge of that. So yeah, how that breaks down in monthly revenue is quite amusing, because in February that was £130 I got in my first month of YouTube being. I thought, bloody hell, £130 a month's not bad. There's a little, kick to the side. That's a few points in the pub, etc. And just so you know, that 123 of that was ad revenue, and £7.48 of that was people watching on premium. So just so you know. And they have all these different metrics: playback based CPM, clicks per minute, I think that is, maybe, and all these other things. So some months that's been better, but the revenue's been way down. I just don't know how it works, I'll be honest with you. So yeah, that first month with the first Range Rover video, £130. Next month, £66, barely making it in the threshold. April, £60.64 just in. Then we go to May, £34. And as you go down, there's a load of 30s, 150, 30s, 43. November was £46.92 apparently, and this month is ongoing at £43. So it's nothing really, it's chump change, and the expense of equipment and going out there filming stuff, fuel, my time, etc., way out, blows that. So you're not going to become a millionaire overnight. Didn't expect to. For me, I just do it because I like it. I enjoy the filming process. I quite enjoy editing, and obviously I like working on cars, buying cars, selling cars, all that sort of stuff. So to me, a little, every couple of months I might get £80, and that's really nice. And there you go. Obviously that also comes with, with a tax bill on it. So let's say I get a pint a month maybe out of it. Other income sources obviously are that I have always put a buy a coffee link down below, like £2 or £1 or something, and a few people have done that, which is really nice of you. Again, that goes straight to me. That's bypasses a lot of this, which is cool. And merchandise, but I haven't sold a single bit of merch, which is fine. I'm not too worried. I quite liked having my logo on a hoodie and stuff, so I wasn't that bothered about selling them. But yeah, it is there if you want it, and I keep adding new things to it every now and again, because I do like to draw stuff on Illustrator as well. So there's that. One thing I noticed is that how many people are subscribed to me who watch my videos. It's pretty pitiful. Most people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, and I hear that from just about every other YouTube. I mean, Sam on Sam's Meter Machine, we were chatting about it. It just seems to be kind of standard. I think YouTube is starting to bring that to our attention in the stats a bit more on the overview page. I'm not trying to say subscribe, but subscribe. So what do I think about YouTube now, a year later after joining? I quite like doing it. I'm speaking to a lot more people. I've met people through YouTube. I've maybe gone out my way to do more stuff I enjoy with cars than I would have previously, because I think, that actually might make a good video. I will get out of bed today and do that. So it gives me a bit more motivation, and it's quite nice doing something other than work that keeps my brain wearing. As you can imagine, as a design engineer, I'm doing a lot of engineering-y stuff on a CAD screen all day, which requires a lot of brain power. So some days I just want to switch off, but at the weekends I find myself still a bit wired to do stuff. So being able to film stuff, work on cars, and then edit it and things like that, and play around with stupid stuff and do the thumbnails and all that, I actually quite enjoy. So yeah, if I had any advice for someone starting YouTube, I would say get good at video editing. I don't mean that in like a really sarcastic-y sort of way. I'm lucky that the age I am now, 30, when I was a very young teenager, I discovered Windows Movie Maker. So I used to play around with that, with little clips off the internet or stuff filmed on a 1 megapixel webcam when I was a little kid with my toy cars or whatever. So I've kind of been doing it since half my life, if not more. I've been playing around with things like Windows Movie Maker, so I sort of knew the basic blocks of things. Play around video editing, just film anything, just go to a race and film some things, or an event or a show, and just have a go with it, because if you really hate doing it, then you probably are really going to hate being YouTubey. The other thing is, like, you don't have to spend so much money on equipment these days. I think the most expensive things we own are houses, cars, and now smartphones. Everyone's got a smartphone. We can't get away from them, it's just the way it is. And most smartphones can film in 4K now. I mean, this is an iPhone 13 Pro? Last one Pro? Yeah, full 4K, slow motion, everything. So I was using this for most of it. Yeah, consider things like, do you really think you're going to do enough every week or every month to upload a video? Because to be successful at this, I think you need to do at least two videos a week, maybe more. If you haven't got that time, then you're never really going to take off big time, as I've proven. I think there's been whole months where I haven't uploaded because I've been so busy. I feel like if I could have done 2 videos a week like I was at the start, I probably could have kept that momentum building, but I didn't. So that's just on me, and like I say, I'm doing this because I enjoy it. If I don't enjoy it, I won't do it, and that's end of. But some people will want to do this as sort of like a business. I think you've got to wait years before you can actually quit your job and things like that, and you have to have time in your schedule not only to film the things, do the things, but editing and uploading. That can take me a whole evening on most of my videos, just chopping down bits, and it can get a bit tiresome if you've been working all day. So that is something I would say. So yeah, I just thought it'd be a nice video to close out the year, just me sat chatting at a camera, telling you what it's actually like to be a YouTuber. Now I've done it for a year. I spent many years mocking the YouTubers. Now I am one, apparently. Still don't feel like one. I just feel like a guy who occasionally uploads some video to a channel, but there you go. I hope you have enjoyed this year of content, and I'm going to carry on doing it, because why the hell not? So yeah, thank you very much for everyone who's subscribed and watched my videos this year. I really appreciate it. Hopefully more content for next year, so bye.